You cannot come in as a student and then the next thing you want to date one white person. You want to date one white person. You want to date one white girl because for your mind, if you date this person, you don't cash out. You're on your way to, PR. You're on your way to citizenship. Don't let people deceive you. Don't let them lead you astray by telling you the wrong thing to do. It is not easy. Hey guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. My name is Ada. Guys, if today is your first time of seeing me, thank you, and thank you for stopping by. Thank you and welcome to this channel. If you're my OGs, you guys are the real MVP. Thank you so much for sticking around and for always tuning in to watch my videos and all that. I don't take it for granted. Thank you so much. So let's get started on today's topic. I just want to talk about a few things that a lot of international students take for granted and has ended up putting them into trouble. Yeah, costly mistakes that we make as international students that ends up either putting one into trouble or not now, maybe much later in the future. These are like the mistakes that people make and that might land them into trouble. So let's get started. Number one on my list will be working more than the stipulated 20 hours, because some of us came into the country, we sponsored ourselves. So some of us were sponsored by uncles, aunties, parents, and all that. And then we came into the country and discovered that cost of living here is very expensive. Because of that, we need to find a way to sustain ourselves and all that, look for a way to make money and all that. And working 20 hours might not pay your entire bills, if you understand what I mean, as an international student, because you have phone bills, you have rent to pay, you have food to take care of yourself, you have other little expenses to cater for. At the same time, for some of us who haven't finished paying our school fees, you might have your school fees to also pay, and then you find out that working 20 hours might not be paying the bills. Meanwhile, the agent that had done your visa would have told you that don't worry, when you get into Canada, you are going to work. That way you're able to sustain yourself. Yes, you will work, but because there is a cap on how many hours you are allowed to work as a student, it becomes an issue. Then some of us, you see, they end up working above the stipulated 20 hours, which might at the long run put the person into problems. I stand to be corrected, but this is an issue that a lot of international students face. Some people will say, oh, I did it and it worked for me. Different people, different grace. I always say it on this channel. Different people with different grace. So because A did it and B did it, it worked for them, does not mean that you will do it and it will work for you. This is because everybody has their own grace. Everybody has their own destiny. What works for A might not work for B and all that. So this is why you should not join them, because this is a costly mistake. Most definitely, people are bound to lose their postgraduate work permit when they overwork the stipulated 20 hours a week. So it is risky. You don't know how IRCC calculates the hours when it comes to students. So this is something that one needs to be very, very careful about, because it's a costly mistake that is likely to, make you lose your postgraduate work permit. Sometimes I used to tell people, it's not now. It's not about now. It's about the end goal. What is the end goal? Where do you want to see yourself? So when you look at these things, you will sit down and advise yourself on what is the best possible way forward. Some people do still overwork, but they don't do it with using their social insurance number, which is they don't do it with their regular job. They do this with where they work and get cash, being paid cash, because you're paid cash, that way you can make extra money. But then again, some employers are very, very, very funny. They might decide to agree they will pay you cash, and then when it's time, they wake up and do whatever thing they want to do. Some people have overworked 20 hours and nothing happened. They got their postgraduate work permit, signed, stamped, sent to them, and all that. They received it without being queried. So, but what I'm saying is that do not, overdo these things. Even if you're doing it, do not overdo it so that you don't find yourself into trouble. You don't end up paying so much money to come to Canada to school, and at the end of the day, you go home empty-handed. The end goal, when you look at the end goal, that is what keeps me going. When I look at where I'm heading to, what I'm bound to achieve at the long run, only me by myself will just sit down and advise myself. So this is what I want to talk about. Do not overwork 20 hours a week. It's risky. It's risky. It is tempt, it is sweet, but it is risky. So number 2 on my list would be skipping school to go work. What do I mean? Just like I said, you overwork 20 hours a week. Now, some people have said they just leave school. Like they came into Canada through the study route, through the study with a student permit, and then they are giving their work permits. These people will leave school. They did not attend class at all. At all. That one not even was passed. Like the person refuses to attend class, not for one day. The person will probably, maybe some of them will attend class for a few weeks, and then they would leave it and say, oh, more, this is not what I came for. I came to look for money. And then the person goes to work full time with their social insurance number. Very, very risky. I don't even want to say what will happen to the person here, because even the both of us, even me and you, know that it's not going to end well. So skipping school to go work full time is a risk that is not worth taking. But people have done it. In quotes, I don't know how it ended, but I know a lot of people have done it. But it's not something that is advisable. So that's why I'm putting it here. Please, if you're one of those who are coming to Canada as a student, please remain a student. It's not the easiest thing to do. It's not the easiest thing, because for those who are self-sponsored, it can be very, very difficult. But there are lots of other means of making money. If you're strong and healthy, there are lots of other means of making money if you can. That does not require you totally forfeiting your school journey just to go work full time with your study permits. That's risky. Another costly mistakes that I want to talk about that student made is coming in too early. I came in, my school was supposed to resume in May, and I came in April. This is okay because between May and April it's just 1 month interval. For some people, they come in. I know someone that came in August, and he or she is supposed to resume in January. So when you count it, this is August, September, October, November, December, January, 5 months, 6 months. It's a bit risky. Like, how will you get money to pay your bills? How are you going to survive? How do you intend to work? When you come in that early, how do you intend to work? Are you going to work without your social insurance number? Where do you think you're going to get cash job to do? So these are like the questions you should sit down, ask yourself before jumping into the aircraft to come to Canada way too early. People who do it, they say, oh, I was advised to do it. When I come in, I'll do cash job. I don't know. People are finding cash job. Well, you need to be strategic. I know someone that does cash job, and he or she is making so much money from me. It's just because this person is very strategic. So you, if you want to use that option, you need to be strategic. But coming in like, August, when your school is starting in January, and you don't have any family member, and you're going to pay rent, you're going to pay phone bills, I feel like it's risky, and it's a costly mistake that might likely tempt you to do what you don't want to do. So these are things that people should avoid. When they tell you, oh, you come in early, you can do this, you can do that. To find work no easy. To find work no easy. Don't let people deceive you. Don't let them lead you astray by telling you the wrong thing to do. It is not easy. But coming in, if you decide to come in like a month before resumption, it makes sense. If you come in 3 weeks before resumption, it makes a lot of sense. Like, you can settle in properly, look for accommodation, take the 1 month to look for accommodation, look for a job, if possible, start applying and all that before you get it and all that and settle in. School would have resumed. But coming in way too early, I don't know. I don't have any words for you. I do not have any words for the person. This is a mistake that if you do it, you're likely going to be tempted to do something you don't want to do. Yeah. So number 4 on my list will be leaving school. You come in, people who leave school to go seek asylum. I don't know the agent or whoever advised you to do that. Guys, this is so risky. This is because Canada would, you would think they forgot. They did not forget shit. They do not forget. They keep records of everything. Like, how would you come in as a student with a study permit and then you go ahead to say you want to seek asylum? How? Who advises people to do this kind of thing? Why? In fact, there's been a video trending on people who came in as visitors with visitors visa and then they decide to go seek asylum. This is absolute madness because they will say, oh, it's going to get better. Canada, what if you don't get granted? What if? What happens? Canada does not forget. They keep record. They do not forget. So don't think you will do anything here and go scot-free. The record is somewhere, except maybe God is there, God is with the person, or it's better not to even do it at all and start than to come and do it and start being sorry about it. So it doesn't make sense. It's ridiculous to come in with a study permit. You say you came to school and then all of a sudden you're going to seek asylum. It's not a good idea. I remember when I was trying to come into Canada, like I had to weigh my options, the study route, which is more expensive, the express entry, which is a bit difficult, and then someone advised me. I know this person advised me from a place of love. I know this person advised me from a place of kindness and all that, but the person advised me to go through the refugee process or the asylum process and all that. But I thought about it. I am one person that is family oriented. I am one person that would love to invite my mom, invite my brothers, invite my sisters and all that. That is the kind of person I am. Even if I don't invite them, I'm one person that I love Nigeria, to be honest. I would love to go back to Nigeria one day, even if not for anything, just to visit. This is me. So when I thought about it, seeking asylum means I'm not, or going through the refugee route means I will not be able to go back to my home country just because I want to come to Canada. They add up. Add up for me. Like, it didn't add up at all. It did not work for me. Like, I thought about it. I'm like, it don't work for me. So you that came in as a student and you want to go and seek asylum, if it works for you, God bless you. If it doesn't work, it's okay. But it is a mistake that a lot of people has done, and I feel it doesn't always end well. It just doesn't end well. So this is something that if you're an international student and you have that in mind, please and please and please think it through before doing it, because it's not a good option. It's not a good option and might not end up well. Yeah. Number 5 thing I want to talk about on this list will be seeking relationship when you come in as an international student. Guys, you've heard people say Canada is a lonely place. You've heard people say abroad life is a lonely place for people. It is true. You cannot come in as a student and then the next thing you want to date one white person. You want to date one white person. You want to date one white girl, because for your mind, if you date this person, you don't cash out. You're on your way to PR. You're on your way to citizenship. It doesn't work like that. Sometimes you might even talk to these people and you find out that they're way below 18 years, which you'll be slammed with child molestation. Please do not do it. As sweet as it is, as sweet as it sounds, I know we all want the easy way out, which is either you get hooked up with someone, then you get PR, and then you get citizenship. It might be sweet, but it's risky. It is risky. It is something that you need to think through, because you might like someone and then they're always big here. the girls, the boys. You will even see little children, their nails long, everything, lashes, all looking pink and all that. And then when you go closer, you find out that that girl or that boy is just probably 12 years. It's less than 18 years. So it's a risky game. It's a risky thing to do, because at the end of the day, you might be slammed with either child abuse or you be slammed with sexual harassment. It's not just even the white people, because a lot of us we want to go for the white people, which makes it a lot easier. Then there's some people that has even find out that, oh, the white people might be out of reach, and then they decide to go with blacks who are already PR people, who are already citizen and all that. Some of us that are blacks are not just from Nigeria. There are some people that are from these francophone countries like Benin Republic and all that. They are French speaking people. They don't not understand English, and then you go because in quotes you discover that that one has citizenship, he has PR, the thing hang you. So this particular thing, as sweet as it is, it's a risky thing for anyone to do. It has worked for some people. Please don't quote me and say I told you not to go. If you want to go, think it through. Think it through and be sure that's what you want to do. Because at the end of the day, you will always be the one to bear the consequences of your action. I will not be there. So be sure that it's something you have done your mathematics well. And be sure that if you go and try it, you're not going to be slammed with anything. So this particular one, you see this relationship pattern where people use or people are using, to get the easy way, to get what they want. I will advise you to do what? Retreat. What did I say? Retreat. It is me that said it. Retreat, because at the end of the day, you might put yourself into trouble, and then you start regretting, why did I even start it in the first place? It's not worth it, because when the person finds himself into trouble or lands into trouble, that's when you discover that, oh, it's not worth it. It's not worth it at the end. It does not worth it. You know what I'm will take off. You know what I'm. Yeah. So the next thing, which is the final one I'm going to talk about, is being fraudulent. Guys, there is nothing that is sweeter than a good name. They say a good name opens doors, a good name, takes one far. There is nothing sweeter than having a good name. So you cannot be fraudulent. You cannot be scamming people of money, of their hard-earned money, and you expect to have peace in this town. Why did I mention this? This is a costly mistake. Let me cite an example where a student was asked by someone from their home country. The person was asked to, I want to send you my school fees. I have a deadline. From A is no longer working, and I know you're in the same school. Let me send you this money so you can help me pay school fees and send me receipt. And this other person said, oh, that would be a good idea. Bring it, I will help you pay. And they sent this person the school fees. And after a while, the person stopped taking calls, stopped answering, and all that. Guys, it might sweet you now, but when the information will be reported to maybe Canadian government through one means or the other, when you do things like this, you might do it and feel like you're getting away with, you're having the best time of your life. At the end of the day, you're bound to pay for it one way or the other, because the minute they report you, the minute your name enter police for this country, see, when you see police in this country, run for your dear life, because the minute you enter their problem, the minute you enter, in fact, your name don't enter police custody, police problem, police wanting, and it has nothing to do with accident. It has nothing to do with maybe something that is not entirely something that is not your fault. Your name enter police record for crime is a finish. Just leave it, because when you go to apply for jobs and maybe they want to give you those jobs, some companies will require you to do a police check. In fact, it depends on the sector. A lot of them will ask for police check. And when they do that and discover that you already have a crime record, it will not sound pleasant to the hearing. So at the end of the day, what will it profit you to, for the few hours or few months or few weeks you're going to spend that money that you scammed someone, what will it profit you to gain? Because it's just for a short period of time. The minute you finish spending that money, your name has been recorded somewhere for a crime you committed, but you finish spending the money, and the minute you finish spending the money is gone, but your problem is what is there. Then at the end of the day, I don't think you can join the military here, even when you become a citizen, because you already have a crime record. I don't think they are like big organization like the government agencies will want to employ you if you have a crime record. So these are like the few things that on a normal day you look at it, you can do it elsewhere and get away with it. But here they keep record, and everyone will be accountable for their crimes. So these are like little mistakes that international students make in this country, that they feel it does not matter, it does not mean anything. At the end of the day, it matters. In future, it matters. You see, before they give you that their passport, that blue passport, that is the reason why all of us are here. Before they give it to you, before they give it to you, they will even dig out your ancestors, go to the length and the breadth of the earth to be sure that your records are clean. That is the only time you're giving citizenship. And even when you get the citizenship, which is what every one of us is looking for, and then you commit a certain crime, it is revocable. Go and read it. Citizenship is revocable. So don't think because you already have it, you're bound or you're allowed to commit any crime. So yeah, these are like the few mistakes that international students make, and they take it for granted. This is why I decided to come in here and like discuss it with you. So please let me know your opinion in the comment sections. Let me know what you think. Let me know which one of them that you thought it's worth doing or not worth doing. Let me know in the comment section. And yeah, don't forget to hit the like button, don't forget to subscribe, don't forget to comment, don't forget to share my videos, guys. Share my videos. This is the only way I get visibility and grow on this channel. This is the only way I grow on YouTube. So yeah, for giving you premium content, share my videos. Share my videos, guys. I will see you guys in my next video. I love you guys. Stay blessed. Bye.